Hello everyone, welcome to Hyrulecraft Weekly episode number 3 for February the 17th, 2012. I am your host, Benny Gerard. Joining me via Skype and in Minecraft today is Kevin O'Rourke. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good, Benny. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic. We've got a lot to show everyone tonight. We've made lots of progress this week, including the promised additions to the Forest Temple I told everyone I was going to do, and I got done. But we'll cover that last. But for now, we're going to show everyone some little pasting that we did this week. These are earlier stuff that we did on Hyrulecraft that did not make it into the flat map. Kevin, tell us about this zone.
This area right here is known as, well, the working title for it is the Oasis. I guess we'll call it the Gerudo Oasis or something possibly a little more imaginative in the future. Basically what it is it's a place in the desert that is an oasis. Very creative. Just a little retreat outside of the desert. There's actually this area built into the side, which is kind of like a hidden thieves' den. Sorry, I just locked you out. And it's filled with, yeah, I locked you in. Filled with chests and crates full of goodies.
Alright.
There could be some story-related stuff to that, or it could just be a nifty little secret that everybody who's watching just knows about now.
We'll probably make it so that you can't open the lever until you have like a certain key, or you have to get the lever to place there.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Now right next door we have this little arena dungeon thing. We still don't know what it is. Do you think we should try and connect that to the Oasis somehow? Just like put two zones into one?
That'd be cool. Potentially having, like, if you see where I am right now, possibly having some kind of staircase or drop zone.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
That might work.
It's a working area.
But I remember adding the sand on top, thinking, well, we should just bury this whole thing.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well,
cool.
if we bury it, why would there be glass around it? So I don't know if I'm gonna bury this or.
It could be like similar to like the Lanayru mine in Skyward Sword, where everything there kind of just ended up underneath the desert. Who knows? We just make it up as we go along.
Yeah, that seems a recurring theme as we move along here. We build something and like, oh, this could go here or this could go here. Oh, whatever. We'll just scrap it and use it somewhere else.
Or we'll build it under the desert.
But yeah, as we were originally building this, I know we were talking about putting this as just a PvP arena, but now we're looking at it, thinking of just a dungeon itself, making this a boss room.
Good work. Another possible idea is dropping the player through here, this giant gaping hole. Drop them in, and then I don't know, letting them explore or get out, reworking it a little bit. Yeah, pretty much. Reworking it so that maybe you can't just walk out that way.
But one of the things I did when I was helping post design in this was the ceilings. That I thought, okay, we could put holes in the ceiling, it's a ruined place, it's crumbling. But every time we put a hole in the ceiling, we gotta have sand that falls through because it's supposed to be buried with windows. We could probably still do that. It's like it used to be above ground. I got buried.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
All right, I didn't quite get that until now. And yeah, that's our little ruined thing. Moving onward, we've got a nice little couple other zones. Let me see if I can find them on the map here. And it's all the way up there. So we're gonna warp to sewers. This is one of the first zones that you designed. Tell me about.
I think it's the first.
It was the first? Okay, tell me about this place.
I don't know. Basically what happened is we were building something and I got bored. And I decided to go off and, we thought of other ideas of places that we wanted to explore and possibly have them based off of other areas in the game. And at the time, I think I was playing Majora's Mask, which is what this area is based off of loosely.
Very
it's based
loosely.
off of the little sewer area at the bottom of or underneath Clocktown near the bombers area.
The bomber's hideout. Yeah.
Hideout. That's what it is. I almost said lair. I don't know. It makes them sound like evil little kids. Basically, what it was is it's an introductory kind of parkour jumping challenge zone.
And the question here is to obtain the pure spring water, which would be here or something like that. I don't know. There's some quest related thing you'd probably grab once you come down here.
Yeah, or maybe like I don't know. There's that little geyser that shoots out of the wall, or I don't know, something potentially over somewhere else. I don't know.
Now, one thing I was thinking about, and I get this from playing a lot of SWTOR, is they added things like bonus quests in there you just get normally. And one of the ones I wanted to add in here is towards the end of this, where you don't have to complete this challenge, but if you do, you can get to this upper level. And through this door would probably be an extra chest or something like that.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Or like the real exit, which would have something at the very end of it.
Yeah. I mean, we have this room over here, which we had ideas for.
Expansions to this, like you come back at a later time, yeah.
Yeah, like potentially expanding it, or maybe even punching through this river area here, water geyser
the water
area.
that comes from nowhere and goes nowhere, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
We do that a lot.
And there's this spot over here, which was kind of like that classic Zelda puzzle where it's like,
you place the torch and
if this wasn't here,
designing this, yeah.
You place it and
then
to put that there. You get a chest.
But this is one of those older zones that we designed a long time ago. We finally got around to pasting it in. As well as a fairy fountain. I got the schematics uploaded to the server, and I gotta go and paste those into all the places I've been meaning to put them. Thank you for switching that.
Yep.
This island here is one of one of our previous developers, Brendan. Everyone who's a fan of the show knows him from episode 0. He designed this little island. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet, but I want to keep it.
Something tells me the meteor is not going to stay.
The what?
This crazy lava death ball. Did you even know this was here?
I know this is here. I just don't know what to do with it yet.
Along
Along with everything else on the map, you see the giant map here. All these, let's see if we can get the arrow. All this stuff here, some of the stuff here, even a little thing right here. I don't know what we're going to do with it yet. We'll find a spot. But yeah, I really like the layout of this island. I think we could easily hollow it out and put some really cool stuff in here. Make an entrance into a secondary dungeon, or just make this another mountain people can explore around. I just really like the look of it. It just feels really epic Minecrafty. And then we have the derp face in the front.
The derp skull?
The drooling skull. Well, one of the neat things that Brendan decided to put in here before he finished up on this was this little hidden passageway. And then you go and you click this block, opens that up, and you drop down, and voila! It's meant, and we're probably gonna seal this off, and it's meant as the true entrance inside the mountain.
That's pretty cool. I did not notice that at all. I kind of just bopped around this area and was like, oh, there's a room.
Mm-hmm. Then we have this little connecting bridge to a floating island, which...
Skyloft thing.
I believe there will be water. Yeah, there's water that will drip from it, but that's where all the cobble is holding it in right now. As soon as I remove the cobble, it's going to start draining water, so...
Oh, I was wondering what that cobble was.
Leave it alone for now. Moving onward, let's see if I can find the zone nearby. I cannot. It's around here somewhere. Oh, it's over here. No, that's not it.
What are we looking for?
Where'd I put it? I need... Oh, gravel. There it is. Found it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that place.
This is one of my neat little outdoor-indoor weird kind of dungeons. I'm calling them magma pools. It's supposed to be some kind of connection to Death Mountain. Like, you could probably take some kind of passageway from Death Mountain underneath the crater or something like that.
Potentially that area where we have all that flat stuff.
Yeah, underneath.
Possibly push this somewhere.
You cover this thing just with stone and gravel and lava dripping all over the place. It's very open air right now just because I want to be able to access it easy and get around. But once it's done, we'll probably seal it up and such. But the idea is you come in here, you go to the chest, you get a... Whoops, I'm on fire.
You jump in the lava.
You jump in the lava. You get a lever and you put it here. You throw the switch and it's gonna... Oh, that's right. I wired this already. Thank you. It didn't work?
Um.
Uh-oh. There we go.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
You make it across here. And that lever right there won't be available. You have to go and find it. And it's kind of like
What
a
is it
tricky
though?
jump. You have to come up through here. I didn't add the chest over here, but yeah, you come over here, you'll open a chest. I'll have another lever inside. And you're going to have to do like another tricky jump. I'm going to put a lot of tricky jumps in here, so if you fall, you land on lava, you take damage
And die.
and die. You throw the switch, you'll open up these trapdoors.
You can't open the trapdoors manually?
And right now that's where the dungeon ends. I mean, I wanted to continue off in that direction. But we have a ladder over here. This zone, though, I designed when we were working on Hyrule Field. I was taking a break, and I'm like, you know, I want to design something else, and I put this together. But yeah, you access the upper level.
You avoid jumping into lava.
I want to continue it off in this direction later as well. Eventually, though, you'll get an item, and it depends on how we do these kind of items. I'm thinking glyphs, maybe, and you like activate a glyph for some kind of seal, and it has an additional effect, whether it's bonus damage to spiders, or you take less damage overall, or
Are you supposed to be able to do this? To just hop from here to here?
Yes. Eventually, you'll make a way to that platform right there. I'm gonna fly over to it. And you'll have a glyph or item that lets you take reduced damage from fire. And the idea is that you can still burn in lava, but you can walk safely through fire for short periods of time before taking damage. And that's why all the netherrack, and we're going to light on fire and make it so, okay, you can't go through here unless you have the item. Or you have a ton of health, and you're just like, I'm a boss, I'll just walk through this. Fire. Pff, fire. It's just fire.
I find it ironic that gravel is like your least favorite block.
It is my least favorite block, but I ended up using it a lot in here because
you used it a lot.
I think no matter how much the texture changes on it, if it changes, I think it'll still work for this area. Just the block type itself. That combined with the stone, I think it's going to look really good. Now, if we have another zone, I don't know if we do. Oh, yes, that's right. Warp Meadow. If you can, please.
Sure.
Now, we have Forest Temple. I will show that later. Right after I do this final zone here on the map. Heading to the southern region. The world is loading. Loading world. Oh, there it is. Giant box surrounded by sand. The sand has nothing to do with what's inside. This is an indoor-outdoor dungeon experience thing.
I didn't know you pasted this in here.
I did paste it in. I was busy the other day.
I didn't even see. This managed to get past me.
Yep. Basically, it's the title I deemed the sawmill. Basically, you come into the forest and you got all these trees that are chopped down, and I guess it's a haunted sawmill. I don't know yet.
It's bad enough that it's a sawmill. It's got to be the haunted sawmill.
It's got to be haunted. Now, how I want to design this dungeon is it's a progression thing. You have access to this at the start, but the trapdoors here are going to be locked in the upright position. You have to find keys to unlatch them so you can progress through here. Now, the first latch is actually optional. The one up here you don't have to get right away. But it's given to you, the first key. The latches you want for all of the other keys for all the latches you want are in this direction.
This place confuses me.
It's very confusing. You have to navigate your way through here. Let's see if Kevin can get it first try. And I made this really confined space just right so you can't glitch your way out of it. Well, if you glitch your way out of it, then it's kind of breaking the game, but
we've seen people glitch out of everything, so
but we're hoping we can give a little bit of faith to people here.
Benny, did you know that you can fall through this? You can just walk through.
We're gonna have to fix that.
So, you could be basically Tarzan now.
I built this a while ago when before fences had the change made. You couldn't go right up next to them.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, look at me. I'm so cool up here.
Actually, I might make it so you can walk around up here. You know, do a little Tarzan. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, the objective is to get to this upper room, which is going to have a master key. And the master key will eventually lead to another room I have yet to design. And that would have the final boss chamber in it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody would like to get on top of these trees. It's pretty cool.
I might make it as like a final result. It's like if you beat the final boss, there's a ladder that leads all the way down underneath the boss chamber, and now you're on top of trees and you can jump around. But yeah, the zone is very unfinished. It's just work part one. I had to design the rest of the instance and put all the other chests around. I might also set it up so the chest locations for all the different latches or the trapdoors, unlocking them, randomize every time you come here. So you have to re-find out which chests have that inside. Okay, moment everyone's been waiting for. Forest Temple. Kevin watched me work on this
Yes, I
the other
did.
night. I fixed the door. There's only one hallway here. Everyone saw my derp last week.
Yeah, you like double pasted.
Coming through here. This room is not yet done yet. I'm probably going to be working on that next. In the next installment of Forest Temple building. I'll work on that as well as the additions down here. I'll show that in a second. But we have the first room here. The stone brick and the mossy stone brick. Or the mossy stone brick. Pretty much the whole thing. The vines, which will be climbable in 1.2, so we're anticipating that. The rooms up here haven't all been done except for this one. I put this one in because it's you go in and you defeat the hand and you come out.
Simple.
Very simple.
I don't quite remember that. I kind of remember this where you like drop down and go to the other side. At the same time, I don't really remember.
Oh, I'll show the tunnel in just a second. But we have the connecting room here. There's a small chest that would go in there. And that's all there was in that room. This tunnel actually worked out very nicely. I had to expand it and add the water. I'll do that later.
It's like a sewer down here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
With iron bars and everything for the water.
Oh, cool.
Thank you for
I
fixing
forget. I haven't played the Forest Temple in.
Forest Temple is very confusing for people who've never done it before.
Yeah.
I got the ledge. I showed you that other room with the chest. You just come through here on the ledge. We have the other ledge I have to add on here, which has the stone switch on the floor, which actually drains the water. And then we have this room, which will be added in later. A lot of these connecting rooms I'm not going to be doing until I finish the rest of the temple and connect them to this room. If I build them the other way around, things might not fit in properly later on.
That makes sense.
And with that, we're going to get to the last zone I am working
this...
on through here. It's very unfinished. But I did get this door done into there. That ledge. Designing this room has been very difficult, just getting the scale right. And we're going to do a bit of live editing right now and get the ladder in place. But getting to this second area up here has been challenging. Very challenging. But that's all this room I have done. This is a room where you have the giant stone blocks you have to push into place. You'll head down this hallway, you'll go over, and you'll climb up like this. And then you'll head through here somewhere, and you'll climb up again. And eventually you're on top, and you'll be up here. Or you'll be up here somewhere. And then you head, and around here it's going to be the twisted hallway, which is going to be so much fun to design.
How's that gonna work?
I'm going to do it untwisted.
Okay.
Because this room right here I'm sitting on top of has a hole in the ceiling where you fall through from the twisted hallway room.
Yeah.
Or the room that gets rotated. So that sits right above in here, so that's how that's going to work. All in all, we've been doing a lot of hard work on here. Got a lot of stuff done. Alrighty. I think it's time to wrap it up.
Yep, that's all we got.
Good little segment. Got a lot of nice stuff done. We had Hector in chat just asked us about the Twisted Rooms. I just answered that for him. I didn't even look at that, and I answered that for him. Pro. As always, questions and comments can be emailed them to me, BennyG@GenGAME.net. Let's see if I have the credits page up. There we go. BennyG@GenGAME.net. Kevin, you can follow him on Twitter at Shabazzle. And you know what I forgot to do this time?
Change Night Phoenix?
Yeah. You can
That's
follow
like
me on
every
Twitter at
single
Night
episode.
Phoenix 16. The 16 is supposed to go right about here, and
The 16's silent.
third week in a row I've forgotten to do that.
At least you're consistent.
I am consistent. I'm gonna fix that by next week. I promise you this. I'm gonna fix it by next week. Night Phoenix 16. And it's NIGHTPHOENIX16. And then you can visit the show page, gengame.net/Hyrulecraft or blip.tv/Hyrulecraft. Cool thing about Blip is you can go there, you can subscribe to the channel page, and you can get emails and such and notifications whenever we update. We try to get those videos up a few days after we do this. I've been doing them every Tuesday. I want to get them up every Sunday. I don't know if that's going to happen because we got a really busy weekend this weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be a real busy weekend.
I want to thank everyone for watching. Coming up next, we're going to do Hyrulecraft Live. We'll be working on next week's material. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Have a good night.